Hi, I'm Jordan Shea, the writer of Malacañang Made US. In 1986, millions of Filipino people filled the streets of Manila in a peaceful revolution that toppled a dictatorship and changed a nation. Today, that history echoes across generations, even in Brisbane. In this conversation, you'll hear from Melba Marginson, Malou Aguilar, and Atiga, who stood in the heart of that moment. They will be joined by cast members Paguio, Marty Alix, and Miguel Usares, the next generation bringing this story to life on stage.
Where I lived, it was right in front of Camp Aguinaldo. So that was the center for the armed forces of the Philippines. The tanks actually assembled right in front of our homes. So my vivid memory was that we had to evacuate. And my parents at that time were like, saying, quickly pack your things, we need to go. Because they were quite unsure what was going to happen. Being 16, 15, I thought it was really exciting. That's what I love about the Philippines. Like, even if it's amidst chaos, they find humor. They were like, when they were telling us to evacuate, they were like, okay, very polite. Excuse me, ma'am, sir. Must leave the house, ma'am, sir. They were like...
Where there's this revolution going along and everyone's like, yeah. It's important to remember, Malou, you were at 1986, you were there, but you were also pregnant.
Yeah, I was 7 months pregnant because I was in the food business. That was the time for me to sort of help in whatever I can to, make sandwiches, collect boxes, make them into, for people to sleep in.
Because it was 4 days.
Yeah.
So they had to sleep somewhere.
I don't know, because you could see the solidarity of the Filipino people. And I've been really we had enough of the regime. So I thought, at least finally people are awakened. I witnessed the martial law. So I thought you have that fear, yet you have this excitement that finally we are awakened.
Particularly Miguel and Marty, who are playing revolutionaries in 1986. How are you channeling that excitement and also that fear?
I think as a young person to have that feeling that you're on the precipice of change, especially when you're at an age that's so formative, I think it's a universal feeling that we've all experienced. But obviously this experience is so specific and it's so fascinating to hear, the firsthand accounts of what happened.
In the play, they say 21 years of rule. And that moment is a culmination of 21 years. It's not just that's the straw that breaks the camel's back.
And Melba, on that, what was the spirit of 1986, of that revolution? What was going through your mind?
Well, you see, I have been involved in political left in the Philippines since university. So how did I feel? I was there in the middle of so many people. I cried. Many of us cried because as the idealistic, revolutionary, we were hoping that we will see a change, a real change, a revolution.
It's really interesting because I never had these conversations with my family. I didn't know about it. I didn't know about the People Power Revolution. I'd heard about it, but I didn't have any depth of understanding.
Yes.
And so approaching this piece, a lot of it was through podcasts, documentaries, reading articles online, because that was my access to it.
Yeah, it's fascinating how so much of our ancestral and familial histories, I think maybe that's from speaking from my own experience, my own culture, is omitted from our retelling of our personal narratives.
Because there was no systemic change.
Yeah.
What we were fighting for at the time was systemic change. What happened after EDSA was just a change of guards. The system was still so entrenched.
And you're talking about systemic change and these names that we mentioned right now. All three of you have children, and I guess, are they aware of the fact that you were at EDSA?
When I was invited to come here, I kind of scrambled. I gotta research. I gotta remember what happened because and that actually that actually moved me. Like, oh my goodness.
Well, you are the same age as the characters,
Yes.
present-day characters in the plays. So that's, yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I feel like I'm like part of the play now. But I teared up. And I actually want to thank you for that. Just looking back at these events, it really, there was a piercing in my heart. Like, goodness me, how come I haven't told my children about this? How come I haven't, really spoken about this? It was a rich history. It was a peaceful revolution. It was the Filipino spirit. Then I remember one thing, a couple of things I remembered were the music. The song Bayan Ko, because that was what really cemented a lot of what happened. Then there's this song called Handog ng Pilipino sa Mundo.
Yes.
It's actually the gift of the Philippines to the world. And the lyrics said was peaceful change.
Yes.
Kapit bisig madre pare at sundalo. Meaning to say the nuns, the soldiers, they're all hand in hand. I mean, these were the things that I never really told my children about.
To think that weekend, that time is now being dramatized and now being turned into a play. What does that mean for the three of you? And when you do see it, I guess what will be your feelings?
Well, I think the timing was very serendipitous. So when I saw this and just being part of this, just hearing the stories, I think I'm very motivated and very awakened, at least personally in my part, to make sure that people do know about my culture, that people do know about what happened. That's a very big part of our culture, a very big part of our culture displayed, to be able to change, to elicit change without violence. It's something really, a gift that the Filipinos can give to the world, as the song would say.
Song says, the creative arts, they're key to actually educating the people. We don't know what will be happening in the Philippines. We're in the same track, Now, so many plunderers have been discovered and the people are angry. Okay?
Well, they have that passion and that spirit. It's coming back. It's coming back.
It's coming back. This is so timely. I hope this will help the Filipinos here, their awareness of their love of country.
And it's as well good for the young people to know the truth behind it, what happened in that peaceful revolution.
It's been a great chat, and I think we've all learnt something within this. It's been pretty beautiful. So thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.